Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to the second season of one of our own, FC, the series where we've started a brand new club and we're trying to take them all the way from the bottom of the English pyramid and see how far we can take them just by signing youth players from our youth development squad and involving them over time and hopefully pushing up the leagues with a very good squad in years to come. We're in our second season. We can do a total of 30 on the mobile version of Football Manager. So if you do want to see more and you want to see us do all 30 seasons to see how this club becomes, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment as well to let me know that you enjoy it, and then we can do this series as much as possible. It's quite simple to do, quite quick and easy for me, so I can get these videos out a lot more often. If you guys are enjoying it, just let me know and we'll get through this series a bit faster. But for the second season, we've got our brand new signings, of course, from the Youth Academy from last year. We've got, who we got? We got Cook, 17-year-old. I put him in. The assistant manager does keep rotating the side, so some of these players might not play every game. Junior was one of our other youth players. Cook Junior. We also had, was it McGowan? It was McGowan. 17 years of age, currently 2-star rating. We had Sant, Daly as well, another centre mid. Let's put him in for O'Donoghue. We also had Sant, the goalkeeper, only 1 star. We did have to sell a few players just because our finances are very low. Have a look at our right back, Adkins. He's actually a goalkeeper but can play right back. I don't know if I did that when setting up the squad by accident, but he's going to be playing right back because the current right back is currently suspended. But last season we came 2nd place and unfortunately lost the playoff final, so we're still in the National League North. If we have a look at our finances, they've sold loads of players, but still with £1.2 thousand underneath our wage budget, and all of our players, apart from the youth players that we signed last season, are running out of contracts this season. So if we don't sign new contracts, we're going to have no squad left for following season. So we need some money, and the only way to get money is to sell some of those players. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough few years. If we get promoted, we'll get a bit of a boost in income. But until then, we're still in the National League North, and we're kicking off our season straight away. As you can see, we're still in the National League North, one of our own FC. So let's get started with this season, and I'll come back to you once we have our first intake of youth players for this season. Okay guys, so we've got our players for the youth development. Only 3 players this season. We've got Olagunji, centre midfielder again. We've got Segal, attacking midfielder again, and Amos, a defensive centre-back, which is what we need. He's only rated 1.5 star though. 2.5 stars on Segal and 3.5 stars on Olagunji. So not the best intake this season. Only 3 players as well, which is not great. But hopefully at the end of the season, of course it's still early on, these players will improve and their potential will improve as well. So there's still a long way to go before we get our final adjustments on them, final reviews. But in the league, let's have a look at the league table. We are currently sitting comfortably at 1st place, 6 points clear. We actually lost the last game as well, so it was on a nice unbeaten streak. Oxford City beat us at their ground. Quite a late comeback, 88th minute goals from Oxford. But we are into the FA Cup first round again, same as last season. We'll be playing Grimsby at home. So if we can go on a little FA Cup run, that would really help our finances, as we have had to sell quite a few players. And we finally made it below our wage budget, £170 below our wage budget. By January, I will have to be signing some new contracts, because all of these players, as I said at the start of the season, once their contracts are gone, they will be gone. And most of them run out this season, apart from the youth players that we signed last year. So we need to be signing contracts on all of these players, and with no money to give them, we're not going to be able to do that. And with no contracts given, we're going to have no players left, which means no club left. So hopefully that cup run will give us some more finances. We've sold quite a few players. Our squad is running thin. This is quite a long series. It's going to take us a while to get that good team. We're starting off at the very bottom with the very basics, with not much at all. But let's continue on with this season. We'll go through till January, same as last year, and I'll try and get those new contracts signed, and we'll have a look how we are doing in the league and if our youth players have improved any more. So I'll catch up with you on the 1st of January. Okay guys, so we're into the 1st of January. Things are going well and not so well at the same time. If we have a look at the first team, we've managed to give contracts to near enough everyone apart from the top 6 players. You can see 3 on the left, 3 on the right. Doyley, Melhado, Uda, Ebrel, Sweeney and Wilmot. All these players are not accepting contracts. Apart from actually Sweeney, we've actually persuaded to sign a contract. If you go on to off contract, you can see he's accepted another 2 years. So Sweeney will be signing on. But the other 5 players, they'll probably be going at the end of the season, which is frustrating because there's only 4 spots on the reserves. And if we've got 5 players going, we're going to be down 1 sub next season. Although if we have a look at our development hub and go to our youth development, we've got 3 players coming through that you would have saw previously. 2 on 3.5 star potential and Amos on 1.5 star. We would have preferred the centre-back to be higher rated, but they'll all have to come in to pick up those numbers. If we have a look at our finances, we are now £500 below our spending budget. So we are okay with finances. Looks like we're going to have enough players for next season. We've got them all signed on, and then we'll have to try and figure out everybody's contract next season because everyone's running out in 2026. So it's going to be difficult to maintain this squad. But of course, they're all young. But if we can all keep them signed on, the problem is when they're young and they improve so much, they all want higher contracts, which we can't afford. Of course, we're down in National League North. However, in the league, we are 15 points clear at the top after 26 games on 62 points. Kings Lynn second on 47. So, as it stands, we should win the league and progress up to the National League, which hopefully will bring in a bit more money as well. We lost in the FA Cup first round to Grimsby. We lost in the FA Trophy third round to Blythe Spartans. So, not long left of the season to go. So what I will do is go through until the end of the season where things are getting closer and we should hopefully confirm the title for the league. Only 2 losses out of 26 games. Things are going very well. As I say, 15 points clear with how many games you've got left? 18 games left, I believe. No, 20 games left. There's 46 games in this league season. So still a long way to go. 15 points, that's 5 wins. We are clear. Let's sim through a bit more and see how things are looking towards the end of the season. Alright, so we've won the league. I've simmed through a couple more months. We're up to the 1st of April and we are top of the league, 21 points clear with just 4 games to go. So we have wrapped up the league. We will be moving up to the National League next season. So we've comfortably won that. Very nice. 83 goals scored, 50 goals conceded. Not great on the conceded front, but 93 points. So far, we could get a century of points. 4 games left, 7 points needed for the century. But we have done it. We've guaranteed promotion by champions this season. Let's move on till we grab our youth players through the youth system. Alright guys, so we've won the league with 101 points. So we've reached the century mark. Only 5 losses in the whole season, which is very good indeed. 101 points. We've got the century. We'll be moving up to the National League proper. We'll be playing some big teams in here, I reckon. Who else is in here? We've got some big teams, of course, in the National League. Let's have a look who's dropping down from League 2. Let's go and look at the league table. And dropping down to National League, we'll be playing Wimbledon and Harrogate in the next season. If we have a look at the first team as well, we've lost a few players, contract expired. I managed to claim on to a couple others. I can't remember the names of them. I think Mel Haddo was one. But there was a few players that we just looked at whose contracts were expiring and they didn't want to sign new ones. But we saved a couple. But unfortunately, Doyley and Ebrel will be moving on to Salford and Stevenage. So unluckily, we're going to be losing them. However, our new signings from the youth system, we have brung in Siegel, 17 years of age, a 1-star currently, but with 5-star potential, which is what we'd like to see. So Seagull is in. Olagunji is in, 1-star again, with a potential of 5 stars, which is very nice. And finally, Amos, 16 years of age, half a star, centre-back with a 4-star potential. So still not bad at all. So we should have enough players just about for next season. But this is our squad that will be moving up into the National League with. Let's have a look actually at the players we signed last season from the youth team. So let's just go back and sort this by age. So obviously those 3. So last season we brought in Daly, who's up to 2.5 stars now actually. It still has a 5-star potential, which is very nice. We brung in Sant, the goalkeeper. Not sure if he's played this season. He hasn't played. He is still on 1 star. What's his potential saying? 5-star potential. Dockerill's got a star, which I think means he's a fan favourite. Centre midfielder, 2.5 stars already. 5-star potential. Let's have a look at his stats for this season. 38 games played. 9 goals, 7 assists. So he's had a very good first season. We also had, of course, Junior. Kevser Jr., who's up to 3.5 stars. He looks good already. Only 18 years of age, 5-star potential. He could be a really good player. We need to make sure we keep hold of him. And there's 2 more players actually. McGowan, 3 stars again. Should have a 5-star potential. He does. All greens, which looks very nice. And Cook, another centre midfielder, who's 2 stars. With 5-star potential. So again, all of our players coming through looking good. We've got 3 more players coming through this year. All these 26, 27-year-olds we had from the start. And the ones at the top, you can see the ages are the ones coming through. So as the years progress, we'll just have a constant flow of youth players. That's the idea in this team. If we have a look at our finances, we got a bit more transfer budget actually, which will move all over to the wage budget, of course. We're now £450 under our wage budget. We'll be moving up to the National League, where hopefully our finances will bump up a bit more. The only problem is that our players, if they're too good for our club, bigger teams will be coming in for them. And if they don't want to sign new contracts, they'll be off. So I need to make sure the first thing I do in the new season is wrap up some new contracts to these players so we keep hold of them, because we are running thin at the moment. We have a look at our tactics. We've got our starting 11. We've got our first 5 on the bench. And then at the moment, we've actually got 6 reserve players. But 2 of those will be off at least. And then, of course, any injuries, we need to have enough backup for those. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the second season. We walk away as champions of the National League North. Next season, we'll be up to the National League. Hopefully, fingers crossed, back-to-back promotions. It'll be a tough challenge, though. I'm sure the board were expecting us just to survive. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to leave a like on the video. Leave a comment as well to let me know you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. 75% of you watching these aren't subscribed, so if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. Really helps out the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in Season 3.